Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the interview question series. In this video, we are going to talk about the questions for automation tester related to Cucumber. So in my last two videos, I have talked about the interview questions related to Selenium as well as TestNG. And now we'll cover the Cucumber interview questions. Now the sequence is going to be the same, like the easy questions I'll be covering here, then I'll come with next level of questions accordingly. So let's start with this video. So here, the very first question what's usually asked in interview is, what is Cucumber? Now, basically, it's very important to understand the definition of Cucumber. So Cucumber is a popular behavior-driven development testing framework that allows for the test cases to be written in natural language that is used easily understood by non-technical stakeholders. So basically, if we talk about Cucumber, it's just a language where we use a Gherkin syntax. And this Gherkin syntax is basically used for writing the test cases in normal English language. And just based on this syntax, we write the test cases and we generate methods and we write code. So in short, you can say Cucumber is a language that helps to perform the automation testing in more simpler and descriptive manner. Simpler and descriptive in sense like anywhere the one from the IT field or the other from non-IT field, both can understand the complete concept of testing here. A second thing, what is Gherkin language? So basically, Gherkin is one of the most important things that comes along with Cucumber. So always you need to know about the Gherkins. So Gherkin is a readable business language that allows you to define business activity without getting bogged down in implementation specifics. So basically here in Gherkin language, we write our test cases using the simple plain English language and just we remove the logic elements from behavior testing. So it's just like whatever you think, just write in form of test case and just generate methods for that. Now after this, now this is one of the most favorite interview questions. What is Cucumber BBD used for? Now BDD basically stands for behavior driven development. So it's asked what this Cucumber is used for. So Cucumber is a tool that's primarily used for implementing BDD frameworks. So here in BDD is a methodology that promotes collaboration among developer, testers, and business stakeholders. So you can say it's basically a scenario where both all the developer, testers, and the business stakeholders comes into one place and they can easily communicate among themselves. So by using Cucumber and BDD practice, the development team can work together with the stakeholder to ensure that application is built to meet the business requirement and the stakeholder have a clear understanding of how the application is expected to behave. This can lead to better collaboration, more efficiency development, and higher quality software. So it says basically the Cucumber BBD is used for the purpose to make things more systematic and proper. Now, can you explain the feature files in Cucumber? So this basically interviewer asked, and okay, you know about Cucumber. Now let's tell me, can you explain this Cucumber feature file? So feature file is basically a text file that describes a feature of an application in human real format. Basically, the Gherkin syntax, what we are talking about. So in feature files basically consists of several parts, including the feature descriptions, scenarios, steps, as well as you can say feature files basically includes a sets of scenarios which describes the different ways that features can be used, as well as the Gherkin syntax used in feature file is basically a set of keywords and grammar rules. So basically, there are some keywords, so you can define the keywords mentioning that, okay, we use these keywords in feature file. So just you have to talk about the brief of feature file, like what exactly you contain in feature file. Just express it all when this question is asked. Now here, the next very question is asking, can you list the keywords used in feature file? So if you talk about the keywords, basically these are the main keywords used in the feature file. So just you need to remember these keywords because all of these keywords are important. And later you can study about the implementation of keyword, just describing in one line that, okay, what this feature keyword means, what this background means, in which scenarios basically we use these keywords or which statement line we use these keywords. Now, here comes another one. explain the purpose of the keywords that's used for writing a scenario in Cucumber. Just what I was talking about in the last question. Same thing is just like I've just put in the next question. So just mentioning the keywords, the description of the keywords I have mentioned here. So basically it can be asked in interviews that okay, you know about the keywords, now tell me about the description of keywords. Now if you see the sequence of the question, basically you see just from the last question, a new question rise. So that's how interview goes. Like whatever you answer in your current question, the next answer question arises from the answers what you give in the current question. So that's how the story is. So based on that, this next question arises. So it's very easy. Just talk about the description of the keywords. Now, the next one. Explain the concept of scenario and scenario outline in feature file. So basically in feature file, we have both scenario and scenario outline. So you can say it's like this thing can be asked in form of difference or just to know that. So in this, you can say scenario is a single test case that describes the behavior of specific feature of an application. It's defined in feature file using scenario keyword. And on the other hand, scenario outline is used when some test cases needs to be executed with different input or different condition. So basically, in case of scenario, you can say it's used when we are writing simple test case. Simple test case means that there we are just passing data straight away to the test cases. And in scenario outline, where we are trying to pass multiple data with multiple datas with multiple values. Okay, so just to understand this, you have this diagram. For example, you can watch it and understand both the concepts easily. Now it's asked what are the uses of step definition in Cucumber. Now the sequence comes with the feature files, then they will come to the step definition because just next to the feature file comes the step definition. So it's very important to understand what's the uses of step definition in Cucumber. Now you can read this answer in brief. I'll just read the important points so that you can understand what exactly I'm talking about. So here in Cucumber, step definitions are the actual code that's executed when a scenario or scenario outline is executed. Now you're familiar with Cucumber, then you know that basically the feature file generates scenario, generates steps, generates methods, and just we write the code in that methods. Basically, we put the code in that methods, and that makes the complete execution happening in case of Cucumber. So just we have to describe the step definition in such a way that based on that test cases, we generate basically these methods, and that methods we use in our program. And by this, we have the step definition in Cucumber. So just you have to give whatever you do practically, just you have to describe in interview. So that same thing I've written in theoretical part, you can read it and just add more to your knowledge. Now, the one thing that's mostly used in the keywords is the background keyword. So sometimes it's asked in interviews when to use background keyword because already you have a keyword with the features and all. So why to use this background keyword? So though it looks like very easy question, but it's an important point. Mostly you have to check your basics about the keywords. Interviewer can ask what's the use of background keyword in Cucumber. So the background keyword in Cucumber is used to define a set of common steps that are executed before every scenario and feature file. So that means before defining the feature file, if you want to describe something in the background, you can use this background keyword. So basically, this background keywords is the if you talk about the purpose of the background keyword, it's basically to define common steps that's executed before a scenario and feature file, so that the scenario can focus on specific behavior being tested rather as predictive step up steps. Good. So what are the basically the Cucumber, if you know a programming language? So these are the programming language Cucumber supports. It supports like Java, Ruby, JavaScript, and other. So you need to have a programming language. You need to have a web browser like Google Chrome or any of the browsers, a web driver, and a testing frameworks like TestNG or JUnit. So basically, if you have these four things, then you can easily write test cases in Cucumber. You can easily write Cucumber web test cases. And as well as you need to have the Cucumber libraries also and the feature files. Basically, the feature file is the one that helps you to write the test cases. So now these are the few interview questions that will come across in Cucumber. So just you can go through these questions and maybe you'll get familiar with the Cucumber concepts as well as you will be ready for the interview questions related to Cucumber. Now, see you with more videos. Just creating more videos on different interview sections. So just to get those videos on time, don't forget to hit the bell icon and the subscribe button. As well as if you like my videos, then please share it with your friends so that it can go to a higher level. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.